my dear learners, for this course on turbo machines. In this module 2, we were discussing about energy transfer in turbo machines and general analysis of turbo machines. In our previous lecture, we have started our discussion on general analysis of power absorbing turbo machines, that is pumps and compressors. And we have already analyzed what is the effect of blade discharge angle on degree of reaction for an radial outward flow turbo machine. Let us continue our discussion on power absorbing turbo machines. Coming for the first proof of this lecture, that is prove that degree of reaction for an axial flow pump or compressor, assuming constant velocity of flow, is given by R is equal to Vf by 2u tan beta 1 plus tan beta 2 divided by tan beta 1 into tan beta 2. That is one variety of asking this question. The second variety of asking this question is R is equal to Va by 2u cot beta 1 plus cot beta 2. In another manner also they are asking the question as R is equal to Vf by 2u tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 2, where beta 1 and beta 2 are the blade angles with respect to tangential direction. Gamma 1 and gamma 2 are also blade angles, but they are measured with respect to axial directions. The proofs remains same, so student will be confused. They will be practicing for type 1 of answers. If they ask type 2 or type 3, they will be confused. So the proof for all these three types remains same. Let me prove that. Before moving ahead, I should take the general velocity triangle of power absorbing turbo machine, because we are analyzing pump or compressor. Pump or compressor is a power absorbing turbo machine. So therefore, I should take general velocity triangle of pump or compressor, and no other alteration is specified except the flow velocity is considered to be constant. So therefore, for first proof, if I solve, the velocity triangle will look like, we have inlet velocity triangle as two right angle triangles with u greater than Vu, and Vu2 should be greater than Vu1. Flow is constant. I will take it as Vf. We have V1, Vr1. Angle is alpha 1. Here we have beta 1 with respect to tangential direction. If I measure the blade angle with respect to axial direction, flow direction, I should take it as gamma 1. Very important. So now absolute is the reference, absolute to flow is Brill, that is Vu1 or tangential component, absolute to relative is U. So U1 is equal to U2 is equal to U for axial flow. And at outlet, so same thing I should write, but Vu2 should be greater than Vu1. So here I will have gamma 2 and beta 2. We have alpha 2, V2, Vf, Vr2. So absolute flow is Vu2, and we have axial flow, so therefore U1 is equal to U2 is equal to U. So this is the required velocity triangle for question number 1, that is prove that for axial flow pump or compressor Vr2. Now directly let us take the equation of degree of reaction for power absorbing turbo machines. Degree of reaction R is equal to U2 square minus U1 square plus Vr1 square minus Vr2 square. Because we are doing for power absorbing turbo machines, I should interchange the terms, divided by 2gc into work done per kg. I can write it as U of Vu2 minus Vu1 by Gc. So why I am using the denominator as Euler's equation for energy transfer is because if you observe the proof, you want 2u. So if I write in this manner only, I will get 2u. So if I substitute the denominator by using static plus dynamic component, then I won't get 2u in the denominator. If you clearly observe in the question, we have 2u in the denominator. So therefore, I am substituting the denominator, that is static plus dynamic component is nothing but energy transfer in a turbo machine. So I am using energy transfer equation by using the Euler's equation for energy transfer for an power absorbing turbo machine. For power absorbers, it is VU2 minus VU1. This I already discussed. So therefore, cancel off GC. So now I left out with R is equal to U2 square minus U1 square. So U2 square minus U1 square will become 0, right? Because this is axial flow. U1 is equal to U2 is equal to U. So hence we left out with only VR2 square minus, VR1 square minus VR2 square. VR1 square minus VR2 square divided by 2u of VU2 minus VU1. So now I should express everything in terms of VF. I should express everything in terms of VF and U and introduce the blade angle. So now to express everything in terms of VF, I written this portion as x1 for inlet and this portion as x2 for inlet, that is u minus VU1, u minus VU2. So now express everything in terms of VF and U. So now from the velocity triangle I can write VR1 square as VR1 square is equal to VF square plus x1 square, VF square plus x1 square. Similarly, VR2 square is equal to VF square plus x2 square. Now coming for VU2, from the velocity triangle I can write VU2 as u minus x2 and VU1 as u minus x1. Let me tell what is the value of x1 and x2 by using blade angle, which I require later, blade angle and VF. So substitute these in equation number 1. Substituting in equation 1, we will get R is equal to VR1 square is VF square plus x1 square. The value of x1 and x2 are indicated in the velocity triangle, minus VR2 square is VF square plus into minus x2 square divided by 2u of VU2 is u minus x2 minus VU1 is u, minus of minus is plus x1. Now VF square will get cancelled. In the denominator u and minus u will get cancelled. So therefore I have left out with R is equal to x1 square minus x2 square divided by 2u of x1 minus x2. This is of the form a square minus b square. If I simplify further, I will get a plus b into a minus b divided by 2u times x1 minus x2. Cancel off x1 minus x2, x1 minus x2. We are left out with R is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2. Now you express x1 and x2 in terms of blade angle and VF to get the required equation. So x1 is nothing but VF cot beta 1. x2 is nothing but VF cot beta 2. So from velocity triangle, x1 is VF cot beta 1 and x2 is VF cot beta 2. So therefore, substituting to the above equation, I will get R is equal to, taking VF common, I will get VF by 2u cot beta 1 plus cot beta 2. Hence proved. So we have done with the second form of proof. So now if I ask in first form of proof, I can further resolve it as R is equal to Vf by 2u of 1 by tan beta 1 plus 1 by tan beta 2. So which is nothing but R is equal to Vf by 2u tan beta 1 plus tan beta 2 divided by tan beta 1 into tan beta 2. So we have proved the first case if he has asked to prove. Now to prove the third case, let us take this as equation 2. So to prove the third case, R from velocity triangle beta 1 is equal to 90 minus gamma 1 and beta 2 is equal to 90 minus gamma 2. Is correct, right? So beta 1 is 90 minus gamma 1, beta 2 is 90 minus gamma 2. So substitute this in equation 2. Substituting in equation 2, I can write R is equal to Vf by 2u cot of 90 minus gamma 1 plus cot of 90 minus gamma 2. Cot of 90 minus theta is tan theta, so therefore R is equal to Vf by 2u tan gamma 1 plus tan gamma 2. So this is the third proof if he has asked to prove in this form. So whatever form you might ask, the procedure remains same with a minor alterations. So this is the solution for first proof, when which we have derived degree of reaction for axial flow pump or compressor. Let me pause this video for a while so that you people can copy it down. Later we will solve the second proof of this lecture. Now moving for second proof of this lecture, we have draw the velocity triangle for power absorbing radial flow turbo machine with no frill at inlet and show that degree of reaction is equal to 1 by 2 of 1 plus Vm2 cot beta 2 by U2. So now we have already drawn the velocity triangle of power absorbing turbo machine, but he is stating there should not be any frill at inlet and it is radial flow, and indicate the radial flow by using the notation Vm, meridional component of absolute velocity. Let us solve this. So at inlet there is no frill, so therefore Vf is nothing but Vm, meridional component, and U1 should be equal to 0. So therefore I should change the inlet velocity triangle accordingly. So I don't want gamma 1 and gamma 2. And also this addition of x1 and x2 is not required. That is, we have Vm1 which is equal to V1, no frill at inlet. Vu1 is equal to 0. Alpha 1 is equal to 90 degrees. So we have only blade speed, which is U1. So this is the required velocity triangle for the second proof of this lecture for radial flow machine. Here we have Vm, meridional component. For radial flow turbines, flow component is nothing but Vm. For axial flow turbo machines, flow component is nothing but Va. So this is the velocity triangle for proof 2. where in which he stated there is no Brillat inlet. There is no Brillat inlet. Now, if I solve for this, we know that degree of reaction R is given by static component by static plus dynamic component. So now to prove this, it is of the form 1 plus something. So therefore, I should express this as R is equal to S plus D minus D by S plus D. That is static plus dynamic component of energy transfer minus dynamic component of energy transfer by static plus dynamic component. So therefore, degree of reaction is equal to 1 minus dynamic component of energy transfer by static plus dynamic component. Now it somewhat looks like the proof what he is asking, that is 1 plus something. So I should use this form. So this is based on the prove that hint what he is giving us. So now we know the dynamic component for power absorbing turbo machine. This static plus dynamic component is nothing but Euler's equation of energy transfer for power absorber. Now we know that dynamic component of energy transfer is given by, for power absorbing turbo machine, it is V2 square minus V1 square by 2gc, and static plus dynamic component of energy transfer is nothing but work done per kg energy transfer, which I can write it as for power absorber as VU2 U2 minus VU1 U1 by Gc. If you observe from the inlet velocity triangle, VU1 is 0. Therefore, substituting to this equation, we will get degree of reaction R is equal to 1 minus dynamic component is V2 square minus V1 square by 2gc into static plus dynamic is nothing but Euler's equation of energy transfer for power absorber is given by VU2 U2 by gc, because VU1 is 0, there is no Brillat inlet. So gc and gc will get cancelled. I left out with R is equal to 1 minus V2 square minus V1 square by 2 U2 VU2. Now, if I express this in terms of Vm, because I want meridional component Vm2, so therefore V2 square can be written as Vm2 square plus Vu2 square, V1 square can be written as Vm1 square. So therefore R is equal to 1 minus Vm2 square plus Vu2 square minus V1 square is Vm1 square. Divided by 2 U2 VU2. Now for radial flow turbo machines, always the flow velocity should remain constant. So therefore, for radial flow turbo machines, Vm2 should be equal to Vm1. So therefore, use this condition. If I use that condition, I will get R is equal to 1 minus, since Vm2 should be equal to Vm1, these two will get cancelled. I left out with Vu2 square by 2 U2 Vu2. Actually, this condition should be specified in the question, but he has missed while asking in the VTU examination. This condition should be given in the question itself. If not given, can we assume this condition? Without this condition, we cannot solve. So now Vu2 square, Vu2 will get cancelled. So therefore, R will become 1 minus Vu2 by 2 U2. Now Vu2 can be written as U2 minus this u2 minus this component is nothing but Vm2 cot beta 2. That is what I require. Vm2 cot beta 2. This portion x can be written as Vm2 cot beta 2. So therefore Vu2 can be written as u2 minus Vm2 cot beta 2. So I can write this as 1 minus u2 is u2 minus Vm2 cot beta 2 divided by 2u2. So therefore R is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2. If I take common, I will get u2 will become 1 minus Vm2 cot beta 2 by u2. I had already taken half outside. This is what I will get. So I will take 1 by 2 common, divide u2 separately, it will become 1 minus Vm2 cot beta 2 by u2. So now if I simplify, I will get R is equal to 1 minus half minus half of Vm2 cot beta 2 by u2. 1 minus half is half, that is half minus half of Vm2 cot beta 2 by u2. So if I multiply, minus of minus should become plus. This should be plus. Correct? Minus of minus is plus. So now if I take half common, I will get R is equal to 1 by 2 of 1 plus Vm2 cot beta 2 by 2u2. Hence proved. So I taken half throughout common, right? So therefore this 2 should not be there. That is what he is asked. We have proved it. So very important note here is that for radial output flow turbo machines you should take flow velocity as constant. Otherwise we cannot do this. So if he has not given any question, you should assume this condition and then only you should solve. Otherwise you cannot solve this. Actually this condition should be given in the question itself. So this is the proof what he has asked. So this completes the very important proofs that are frequently asked in VTU examinations based on power absorbing turbo machines. Whenever you are solving problems or very important proofs on power absorbing turbo machines, very important points are how to write the degree of reaction equation. Whether you should write the general expression or you should express it in terms of static component divided by work done per kg and substitute work done per kg in the form of Euler's equation for energy transfer. Or you should express it in terms of 1 minus dynamic component by energy transfer. That is one thing you should practice, and very important note to be remembered is that whenever you are solving for power absorbing turbo machines, you should write all the expressions in the reverse order. That is, degree of reaction should be written as u2 square minus u1 square plus r1 square minus vr2 square divided by u2 square minus u1 square plus r1 square minus vr2 square plus v2 square minus v1 square. Whereas Euler's equation of energy transfer should also be reversed. That is vu2 u2 minus vu1 u1 by gc. For axial flow machines, u is common, so therefore Euler's equation of energy transfer will become u of vu2 minus vu1 by gc for absorbing turbo machines. That's all from